Good evening, friends, and welcome to the Reinvent Yourself Masterclass. Thank you for being here on behalf of PSSM Global Group, and gratitude to Brahma Shri Patriji and Patriji for giving us such a wonderful platform. Welcome, and my name is Kavita Belani, and I am today's host. I have been part of PSSM Group and meditating for a few years. With this, I'm thrilled to have you with us today. Today's session is a special segment as part of the Reinvent Yourself-6 40-day pyramid meditation program. And today marks day 14 of our amazing journey. For those people who have still not registered for the 40-day pyramid meditation program, you can still register using the link given in the chat box. Today we have an inspiring and enlightening session with guest speaker Dr. Gopal Krishna. He is going to be discussing Patriji's teachings so we can improve our spiritual journey. Dr. Gopal Krishna, famously known as Dr. GK, did medical practice for 10 years in India from 1996 to 2007. Want to be called himself a spiritual scientist, achieved remarkably the work of gaining complete health through the holistic understanding of spiritual science and applying these principles in daily life through principal concepts called spiritual tablets. He devised 500 spiritual tablets covering various elements which are at the physical, mental, and social levels. Through Dr. GK, thousands of patients had been cured for their long-term ailment permanently with no or very minimum medication. His approach has been scientific and systematic. Moreover, Dr. GK runs a non-profit foundation called Spiritual Tablet Research Foundation that runs spiritual healthcare center across the globe in 14 countries and a non-profit basis. All services are offered free of cost. So far, he traveled to most of the South Asian countries, USA and Europe extensively and delivered his talks. Currently, he is living in Manchester, UK with his family, pursuing his second master in fintech and trying to spread his wisdom across Europe as a part-time volunteering service. He is coordinating to develop PMC channel across Europe. One can approach him to understand the true reasons for illness, to know the purpose of life, and to voluntarily involve in spiritual service in various the one-stop solution for people who want to become full-time spiritual being in family life. With this, please join me in welcoming Dr. Gopal Krishna. Gopal Krishna ji.
Yeah, thank you, Kavita ji, for a nice introduction. And once again, thank you very much, all the masters, and especially Patri for taking a great leadership to spread the wisdom given by Brahmarshi Patriji across the globe, especially spreading wisdom in Western countries is the key element for which Patriji has dreamt so far in so many years. And then I think Pari really owes that great responsibility, and she took a decision. And through Pyramid Meditation Global, they are able to reach so many souls who really want this wisdom in this current age. And today, let us do as a regular practice of your 40-day meditation. We do some amount of good amount of meditation, and then followed by some spiritual concepts which I learned from Patriji when I met him in the year 1995, April, almost around 25 years ago. As a medical student, I met him, and for us, he's like a lion, and facing him is like very, very tough in those days. And then a lot of teachings and travel and whatnot, ample of experiences I had with him, and successfully took him to my place, one of the northern districts of Andhra Pradesh, South India, and then Andaman, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Mauritius, so many countries. I got a chance to work as a pioneer to land in a new lands. So he used to call me as a parachute master because I land with a parachute in a new area and adopt the skills, the culture over there, and then slowly we make the platform. After that, Patriji used to come and give his talks. So I'm very happy to share my little wisdom today after meditation. So let us all sit comfortably, remove the spectacles, and keep the mobile phones in silent mode. Sit comfortably and relaxed. If you have the pyramid caps, you can wear it. Gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath and leave it. Relax your head, neck muscles, and shoulders. Relax your hands. Just relax the muscles of our chest and abdomen. Feel the relaxation at lower back, hip, and the lower limbs. Just relax the entire body. It's calm, relaxed, and free. Now the chosen work is to observing natural, soft, tender breathing. One should not open their eyes during meditation. The body should be in complete relaxation and observe normal, natural, soft breathing. No need to chant any mantra, counting the breaths or numbers, or to focus or visualize anything. Just observe normal, natural breath. If you get any thoughts, cut those thoughts and come onto the breath again. We witness the three great happenings during meditation. The first one, we are closing the physical eyes voluntarily. So the Charma Chakshu is closed. So the energy will be internalized more than 80%. Once we close the physical eyes, then the mental eye will open. Means through the thoughts, we are losing a lot of energy. To conceal the thoughts, to go into thoughtless mind, we need to observe the breath. So the second great happening is observing breath, through which we can close the mental eye, the manochakshu. Physical eye is closed, and through observing breath, we are closing the mental eye. Now the internal energy coil, the serpent, will flow through the third eye, which is an automatic process, the Ajna point, in between the eyebrows. So to open this divine door, third eye, we need to close the first two doors, the physical eye and mental eye. This is the real scientific essence of breath mindfulness meditation. Nothing else is called meditation. Meditation means one has to stop the chatter inside, mental level, and one should not take any inputs from all the five senses. closing the five senses, and the sixth one, the mind also has to be cessated. Then only the real meditation happens. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours. As a beginner, you are free to do whatever the desired number. Equal to the 8 minutes is the minimum meditation you have to do as a thumb rule. But to cleanse the body and energy tubes, one can do much amount of meditation. Just observe normal, natural, soft breathing. A soft instrumental music will be played as a background, but you need to observe breath. We are going to do 10 to 15 minutes meditation every day. One has to practice meditation. One should not open their eyes until I say okay. Just observe normal natural breathing for last 1 minute. Any time and any place is okay for meditation. Through meditation, one can gain tremendous amount of cosmic energy, and one can tune to alternate frequencies through third eye, which gives us immense spiritual wisdom, which is the one-stop solution for all your physical, mental, social problems. 10 seconds. One should not open their eyes immediately after meditation. Slowly keep your both the hands on your eyes, please. Gentle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And slowly open your hands and open your eyes. Thank you all for joining meditation today. Among all the teachings I received from Patriji, as a group of medical doctors, we used to meet Patriji once in 3 months. The initial 5 years of journey is really fantastic, where he is used to wait in railway stations and bus stands when he is going to take the next journey. He used to teach us different spiritual concepts. Being a medical doctor, the spiritual wisdom and the different concepts which are easily applicable in day-to-day life, I grabbed those concepts and I tried to implement in my own life first, and then slowly I started teaching the spiritual-pathological gaps in the PGs, means the patient God who approaches me. And I used to apply the same concepts in their lives. So Patriji gave a beautiful quote: the spiritual intellect is the root and physical health is the fruit. To reap benefits on the physical plane and mental plane, we need to work on the spiritual intellect part and soul planes. The simplest concept, which is related to the purpose of life, he gave the three goddesses, the three Indian goddesses like Lakshmi, Parvati, and Saraswati. Lakshmi is the abundance. Earning money for the material life, happinesses. So one has to acquire a job or some other to meet the ends. One has to do some business or whatever to get some money. And through that, we can sustain the physical body. Once we are comfortable with the basic living, then we need to focus on the goddess of Parvati, which is symbolic for cosmic energy and spiritual wisdom. So we have to step into spiritual wisdom, where we try to apply the three master keys given by Patriji: meditation, spiritual book reading, and sharing of spiritual experiences. Dhyana, Swadhyaya, and Sadhana Sangatya. These are the three yogas. Meditation is the king of yogas, the Raja Yoga, and Swadhyaya Yoga, reading spiritual books, and Sajjana Sangatya, sharing our spiritual experience with other people. So if we indulge in these three, sooner or later, we reach our basic enlightenment. A kind of completion of Parvati, learning from Parvati Ma. Once we learn from goddess of Parvati, then slowly we need to ascend to Saraswati, means the goddess of arts. As long as we are in this physical body, we can get happiness through cultural means, through arts. So if we start practicing the passionate art or whatever the guidance we get from the inner, then we are working with the third goddess, goddess of arts, Saraswati. So these three levels, abundance, Lakshmi, from there to Parvati, energy and spiritual wisdom, from there to arts. So this is it looks like very simple, but it is very, very important. When people comes to me with illnesses, starting from root chakra, after going through 40 days of meditation and the basic energy workout through meditation, pyramid meditation, full moon meditation, and group meditations, one can cleanse their energy body. And then slowly they start getting different kinds of spiritual experiences in the name of dreams, coincidences, understanding some great truths from the books and listening directly from the master. So these experiences clearly guide them to learn from a great spiritual scientist. After listening to spiritual scientists and learning wisdom, then people start getting guidance to go towards the arts. This is where most of the seniors has to be a little smarter in changing their way of sadhana, way of practice. Here, once I received one patient god with a thyroid problem and multiple problems in the body. By the time she's doing meditation every day, 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. The moment I listened to her entire story from the childhood, I understood the importance of goddess Saraswati, and immediately I put her onto music practice for 5 hours and meditation 1 hour. I just flipped the timings, the quantity of practice she's supposed to do. Of course, this is not for the beginners. I told in the meditation time itself, one has to do intense meditation. In fact, I did my intense meditations in the initial days. Once I sat for 21 hours in the hostel room. After coming from the hospital, I had a lot of questions in my mind. Being a medical doctor, I have to write plant-based diet. I have to tell no need of medicines. So a lot of chaos. So I sat in meditation. Let me see whether this is true or not. Then I sat for 21 hours. I got astral traveling experience and 2, 3 dreams and a clear-cut third eye vision. Everything answered my questions. And after that, I came out of meditation. So initial days, one has to do intense meditation. Once your Parati is stabilized, means your purpose is stabilized, then one has to ascend to Saraswati. Because here, learning art is to grab happiness for our own life and to reach our spiritual children who are all indulged in these cultural activities, so that we can pass on the message we have with us. In the same context, Patriji used to say 3 kinds of happinesses. Happiness through material means Vishayananda. Happiness through cultural means Bhajanananda. Happiness through spiritual means or soulful means, that is blissful happiness through meditation. So at any given point of time, one has to have all these three kinds of happinesses, then only we can say they are complete. There are a lot of people on this earth plane currently indulged in material happiness. They think that they are happy. No, it is only 33%. If they learn some music or art and they are able to enjoy that music, yes, they are in 66% through cultural means. And finally, through meditation and understanding the oneness principles, and if we open the third eye and we are aligning with the universe, then we can say we are into this real calmness and peace, harmony, and then the divine bliss one can get. That is the third 33%. Then we can say we are 100% happy as long as we are on this earth plane. So these three kinds of happinesses are the key elements one has to understand very well. And when we try to cure the illnesses like infertility and some of the irreversible neurological problems and some of the liver disorders, and 1 in 1 lakh cases, exceptional cases, this third component, the blissful happiness, where they feel tremendous amount of energy, the Anandamaya Kosha, fifth body consciousness will expand like anything by absorbing or connecting to the universal energy field. So the higher energies automatically cleanse the energy tubes, and those irreversible problems are getting cured. And especially with the infertility cases, we got miraculous results. So each and every concept Patriji gave to me directly, I try to apply among the pieces. And once I heard the concept Yoga Parampara, different stages of life, according to the activity that we do in day-to-day life. As a speck of consciousness, we go through more than 350 to 400 lifetimes, during which the soul passes through different levels. The level 1 is law of karma, karma yoga, part 1. The level 2, jnana yoga. Wisdom path, that is jnana yoga, part 1. And then raja yoga, that is Sukha Pranayam, the king of yogas, observing breath. After that, again Jnana Yoga, part 2. And then finally, the law of karma, part 2. And then after that, the nirvana, the liberation. In these 5 levels, each and every level to complete, one has to go through more than 20 to 25 lifetimes. The part 1, the law of karma, there are again 3 stages. The step 1, they live like very conscious. They don't want to give anything to other people. In the step 1, after living like that some lifetimes, they realize we have to share something to the other people. Then he will go to the step 2, the level 2, where he will try to do some sort of business. I gave something, and with the expectation, he want to receive something from the other. They don't even leave the God. While going to the God itself, they will have an agreement. I am giving this, I am offering this. In return, you have to give job to me, or my daughter has to get married, or I have to get a big house. It's a playful state. The soul is very immature, so he try to do business with the God. That is step 2. In step 3, the final one, it is unconditional giving. without any expectation. One will try to do something for the others. But all these three levels, the whole discussion is on food, clothes, and shelter. Only the material means. Because it is called Stula Prakriti, means the soul is like a survival consciousness. It understands only the food, clothing, and shelter. If someone is suffering, then immediately they identify and they try to do something for them. It is good at that level. As an elementary school soul, you can do it. Then in one lifetime, it will realize beyond the material means there is a great wisdom here. Person who indulges in learning this wisdom, they only live happily in a permanent manner. So that is called Jnana Yoga part 1. So now, after vacating the body, the soul enters into an environment where it can listen to a lot of spiritual lectures. That can be a temple environment or a church or mosque or whatever. The whole lifetime it will spend in and around those divine areas, and it will try to listen the great truths as Purana Kalakshepa. After listening to the great truths and stories of divine happenings, then it picks an intent, it grasps the wisdom within it, and it will turn into the next stages of lifetimes, that is Raja Yoga, king of yogas. So the practice of meditation happens in some lifetimes, and then with their self experience, they realize their true potential. They will activate the third eye. They will do astral travel. They will go across the dimensions, mansions of Jesus Christ says. Then first time in life, they will get the real love and they will understand about the whole structure here on the earth plane. Then again they come to the world to teach the same wisdom what they gained to other people. That is Jnana Yoga part 2. So the knowledge level part 2 here, from the morning to night, they try to share this wisdom to other people, to teach meditation to others. That is what the pyramid masters are. The whole day is to teach meditation to other people. Then after some time, we realize during sleep, we are astrally coming out and we don't know what we are doing. So slowly, we have to make it conscious. So if they're able to be conscious during sleep pattern and astrally also if they're aware, then there also they will do the same thing, giving support to the upcoming souls, budding souls, to understand the reality. So once they are aware 24/7, then the game on the earth is completed. Then they will liberate from this birth and death cycle. So in these 5 stages, this concept really fabulous and shattered most of my doubts. Why people indulge in a lot of social services, even though they do very good amount of social service, still they are suffering. They are not relieved. So after going through this, and in parallel to this, he gave the 3 types of services: social service, spiritual service, and spiritual science service. People who are not into depths of spirituality, they know only social service. The Karma Yoga part 1 and part 2, 3. That is what just now we discussed. Helping other people for food, shelter, and clothing, which is temporary. And it is an elementary service. After coming here, based on the soul capacity and the maturity of the soul, then we realize by just giving food, offering food, is just nothing. It is only a job in a day. A meal in a day is just nothing. Again, he'll come back with hungry stomach. If we want to make them really happy, we have to inculcate the godliness within them. So that is the level 2, the surrender and service or spiritual service, where a lot of missionaries are doing that, where they will try to offer some support, and parallelly, they make them to believe in God. Of course, that scientific belief on God may solve some problems up to 60-70%, but it is not complete. Again, that itself is an obstacle. Thinking that God is somewhere and he is going to do something for me. From there, the real spiritual scientist has to emerge. That is the third service, spiritual science service, where we try to offer only the meditation and spiritual science to other people so that they have to meditate. They have to gain their own energy and wisdom, and they have to open their third eye. They have to understand the pre-birth plan. They have to understand their true potential. And then they have to understand their purpose of life. And once they track their purpose and they are happy, and they become the role model for the whole world, and they can live like God here. So Pyramid Society movement teaches always one has to share only the wisdom and meditation to other people, not just money or food. So these 3 types of services concept is really an eye-opener for me. And especially people, when come to me with frozen shoulders, neck problems, and hip joint problems, after doing a lot of healing activity. I'm sorry, there are some healers here. People, they don't know. They will learn different kinds of healing methods, and they will start doing healings to other people. If you heal other person, and you are bound to take that onto your body one or the other day. There is an exception for every rule. If they're already meditators and they are into learning path, ignorantly they are going away from their purpose. And if they are ready to receive, then it is okay. Momentarily you can give a support. And that too, it happens in an indirect way. Without knowing spiritual science, blindly, if they indulge in healing services, those are the people from word of mouth, they came to know there is some doctor MBBS with doing some wisdom capsules and healing everything. They used to come to me. Then I used to teach them only these 2 concepts, 5 levels of existence, the soul journey, and then 3 types of services. Immediately I asked them to stop that healing. The moment they stop that healings, the next day they will get more than 70% relief with their frozen shoulders and neck problems. So the concepts which I learned from Patriji are all like, for me, it's a spiritual pathology. Being a medical doctor, I am supposed to talk about the infection theory, genetic theory, post-traumatic theory, food theory. This is what I am supposed to speak. I am sorry about that. I left all those things more than 17 years ago. Of course, I had very good practice in my rural area with a 25-bedded hospital. During that period, I did a fabulous research. The top floor, the 10 beds are exclusively kept for the spiritual health kind of training, where the patient got used to stay there for 2 months, 3 months, and they used to get astral surgeries for their low back pain and knee joint problems after going through these wisdom capsules and counseling. And then they used to get discharged. That is the point where I felt enough of my practice, and then I came out of that conventional practice. I'm not against medical practice. All medical systems that we have today, this thought was given by Patriji, a 2-page brochure on spiritual health. We are all energy, consciousness, and wisdom units. Consciousness is the functional matter which can be developed by improving the energy and wisdom. Energy we can improve through meditation, and wisdom can be improved through spiritual books and interacting with the masters. If you improve these through two, then consciousness automatically improves. If the consciousness is perfect, then we won't catch any prey. We don't have any obstacles in our body and energy tubes. So all the existing treating systems like allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, Unani, Reiki, pranic healing, gem therapy, flower bath therapy, hypnotherapy, magnetotherapy, yogasanas, all the therapies. The only lacking is attaching only the spiritual science, torchlight, and meditation. If we attach these two things, they are 200% perfect. Because the disease occurs from the soul level, intellectual level. Without curing in the root levels, we cannot cure the physical body. So all these, there are around 30 to 35 spiritual concepts I learned from Patriji and try to apply in my own life as well as to the patients who are coming to my table. And over a period of time, they developed into 550 spiritual concepts, which I call it as spiritual tablets, for every illness, starting from the basic meditation methods, and slowly we take them to the wisdom journey. And we try to look into their spiritual experiences in depth way, and accordingly, they will be prescribed with spiritual concepts as a training. And miraculous healings I have seen in my spiritual tablets practice. And today, most of the people are learning these concepts and working as wonderful spiritual counselors and workshop trainers. So once again, my humble pranams to Patriji for giving me this eminent training. All my intentions in my childhood is to invent a great medicine which should treat illnesses from headache to cancer without even a single penny. So that imagination finally made me to land in the world of meditation and spiritual science. And I am carved in a great way by Patriji. And today, across the globe, a lot of people are gaining health through this spiritual wisdom concepts. Thank you. Thank you very much. And if I get time, again, we connect some full moon day and we try to discuss some more spiritual concepts. Thank you, Pari, and thank you all for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Gopal Krishna, for an amazing meditation and informative session. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. We have another session at 6 p.m. PST with Shireen's Daga, a spiritual teacher and transformation coach. Hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Sir, can we take any questions if you have time?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask you. I have 5 minutes time.
Oh.
Any short questions you can ask? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any hand raises, please? Yes. Yes, please.
Okay. You mentioned that there were people who had like a frozen limb or something like that, which resolved as a result of stopping certain healing practices. Were they receiving them or were they giving them?
See, they are trying to give energy to the people to heal them as a part of support. So when they stop doing that healing practices, then they used to get relief from their own pain.
Okay, so they were providing those services.
Providing the services. Yes.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
Like we have few concepts of baby soul, old soul. Uh, so in one lifetime, can a baby soul get enlightened?
Yeah, for this, there is a 50-50 concept.
Okay.
Based on the past lives, what we have already achieved. From there, our journey starts. And in each and every journey, the soul has a potential to reach God state. It doesn't mean that just because of your past lives, you are here and you need a lot more time. So, of course, 50% is based on the past lives karma or whatever we did in the past. And in every lifetime, at every point, we have an unlimited potential through which we can reach the godliness. So, Lord Buddha, before he became a Buddha, 20 lifetimes before, he is on the roadside just waiting to see a great saint coming on an elephant in the main roads, So from there, that saint has thrown his garland, and that garland came onto Lord Buddha's neck, and then everybody is surprised and looking at him. Then from there, he said, after 20 lifetimes, you become a Tathagata, you become a Buddha. So to become Lord Buddha, he has his own back-end story in the previous lifetimes. It took around 20 lifetimes for him to become a god. So that's why we cannot think it in a linear way. Okay, it's a multidimensional drama. So definitely there is a past life impact, and at the same time, in every lifetime, we have the potential to become God. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you all. Thank you very much. We'll meet again one day. Bye bye. Thank you, Kavitaji.
Thank you, Gopal Krishna.